Have you ever wondered why you keep waking up at 2 a.m. even when your bladder is almost empty? It feels like a cruel joke. You try everything, drink less water, stop chai early, even avoid spicy food at night. Yet your body still pulls you out of bed again and again. But here's something no one tells you. It may not be your age or your kidneys. It might be the very vitamin you are taking to stay healthy. In today's video, I will gently walk you through 5 common vitamins that could be the reason behind your disturbed sleep and what you can do instead for peaceful nights. Before we begin, I would love to know, where are you watching this from and what time is it right now? Please do share in the comments below. Even a small moment from your day is deeply valuable to me. And if you find this content helpful, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss such useful insights. Part 1. Why high dose vitamin C may be disturbing your sleep at night. You may have been told that vitamin C is harmless, that it boosts your immunity and keeps you strong through winter colds and seasonal allergies. So naturally, like many seniors in India, you started taking 1 tablet a day, perhaps 500 milligrams or even 1000 without thinking twice. After all, it is just vitamin C, right? A simple orange tablet that dissolves easily in water and promises better health. But here is something few people know, and even fewer talk about openly. High doses of vitamin C can quietly irritate your bladder. Let me explain this to you in a very simple way. Vitamin C is also known as ascorbic acid. And like the name suggests, it increases the acidity of your urine. Now, normally, this is not a problem. But for seniors above 60, especially those who already have a sensitive bladder, this extra acid can become a quiet troublemaker. Your bladder lining as you grow older becomes thinner, more delicate, and far more reactive to changes in pH. So when you take a high-dose vitamin C tablet, especially in the evening, the urine becomes more acidic by bedtime. This acidic urine gently irritates the bladder wall, like pouring lemon juice on a small scratch. Even if there is only 100 to 150 milliliters of urine inside your bladder, sends a false signal to the brain saying, "Please get up now." That is why you find yourself waking up at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m., not because the bladder is full, but because it is uncomfortable. I remember speaking with Mr. Nair, a retired school principal from Kerala, who was feeling unusually tired in the mornings. He shared that he had started taking vitamin C to build his immunity after a bout of seasonal flu. But ever since he began, his sleep had become light and disturbed, and he would wake up twice every night to visit the washroom. He thought it was just aging, or maybe even stress, until he realized the timing of his supplement was the real issue. Once he stopped taking the tablet after sunset and reduced his daily dose to 250 milligrams, his sleep improved significantly. Within a week, he was waking up only once during the night and sometimes not at all. He was surprised. "I never thought something as small as a vitamin C pill could have such a strong effect on my sleep," he told me with a smile. So what is the safe approach for elders in India? First, unless your doctor has prescribed a high dose, you do not need more than 250 to 500 milligrams of vitamin C per day. Second, always try to get your vitamin C from natural sources, like 1 small amla, a few slices of orange, or some fresh guava during the day. These fruits contain vitamin C in a form that is slowly absorbed, and they do not flood your system all at once. And most importantly, avoid taking vitamin C tablets after 5 p.m. Why? Because your kidneys slow down at night. They process fluids more gently. If you take an acidic supplement late, Your bladder will hold that acid longer, causing more irritation. If you are someone who is prone to urinary tract infections or already feels burning while urinating, this becomes even more important. And if you are taking multivitamins, do check the label. Some brands add up to 1000 milligrams of vitamin C in a single tablet, more than your body actually needs. The truth is, your body after 60 is not asking for more. It is asking for better. Better timing, better understanding, and better awareness of how small choices can affect deep sleep. So today, just take a moment to reflect. If your nights have been restless, if your mornings begin with fatigue, perhaps it is not your age or your bladder. It might simply be the timing or the dose of something you thought was harmless. And once you understand that a peaceful night becomes possible again, with no extra medicines, no complicated routines, just a small change in habit. Part 2. How high doses of vitamin B6 and B complex may be disturbing your sleep. For many seniors in India, waking up tired is not just a part of growing older, it feels like something deeper, something that steals your energy quietly. You go to bed at a decent hour hoping for a peaceful night, but you wake up feeling like you never rested at all. You tell yourself, maybe I need more strength, maybe I need a boost, so you reach for a B complex tablet each morning thinking it will help. And in many ways, it does. These vitamins support your nerves, your digestion, and even your memory. But here is something not everyone knows. When taken in high doses, especially above 100 milligrams per day, vitamin B6 can overstimulate your nervous system. It becomes too much for the delicate balance your aging body is trying to maintain, especially at night when your system needs to wind down. The nerves around your bladder, which were once calm and quiet, begin to stay alert, even when there's very little urine inside. Vitamin B6 plays a big role in nerve transmission. It helps your brain communicate with your muscles and internal organs. But when too much B6 is circulating in the bloodstream late in the day, it can make those bladder nerves extra sensitive. The result? You feel an urgent need to pass urine in the middle of the night, even when the bladder is not full. This is not just about inconvenience. It affects the depth of your sleep, the clarity of your morning, and the quality of your day. I remember meeting Mrs. Joshi, a retired librarian from Nagpur, who used to take B complex every evening after dinner. She said it helped her with her tired legs and low appetite. But ever since she started, she found herself waking up 3 or 4 times every night. She tried everything: less water, earlier dinner, fewer spices, but nothing worked until we looked at the timing of her supplement. Once she shifted the B complex to her morning routine after breakfast and switched to a lower dose version, her nights changed completely. You see, the body's metabolism slows down after sunset, and any vitamin that stimulates the nerves or digestion should be taken earlier in the day. This gives your system time to absorb use and then relax without leaving your brain and bladder too active at bedtime. This becomes even more important after the age of 65, when sleep is already lighter and the brain is more responsive to small bodily signals. What seems like a harmless pill can quietly become the reason for waking up at 1 a.m., then again at 3, and once more before sunrise. Most over-the-counter B complex tablets contain more than your daily need, sometimes 2 or even 3 times more. They are designed for general energy support, not specifically for seniors, and that makes a real difference. If you are already eating a balanced vegetarian diet with dal rice, whole wheat roti, and a bit of curd, chances are you're not deficient. If you do need extra B vitamins, it is safer to choose a low-dose version made especially for older adults and take it with your morning meal. Remember, the goal is not just more energy, but better energy. The kind that lasts through the day and allows you to sleep peacefully at night without disruption. And that comes not from taking strong supplements blindly, but by choosing the right dose at the right time with awareness. So if you have been struggling with frequent nighttime urination and you are taking a B complex supplement, this may be the small detail you missed. Make one change this week. Switch the timing, reduce the strength, and observe your sleep for a few nights. Like Mrs. Joshi from Nagpur, you may be surprised at how such a small shift brings such big relief. Because at this age, health is not about doing more. It is about doing things gently, wisely, and in tune with your body's natural rhythm. And when you begin to listen to that rhythm again, restful sleep will return, not as a luxury, but as something you truly deserve. Part 3. Why taking vitamin D3 at night may be affecting your sleep and causing nighttime. Urination vitamin D3 has become a daily ritual for many elders in India, especially after the age of 65, when bones begin to feel weaker and joints start to creak. You may be taking it for stronger knees, better immunity, or to prevent future fractures, and in truth, vitamin D3 does help in all of these areas. It supports calcium absorption, improves muscle health, and even helps your immune system stay alert during seasonal infections or viral outbreaks. But there is one quiet mistake many seniors make without knowing. Taking vitamin D3 too late in the day can silently disturb your sleep cycle. Let me explain how this happens, not as a warning, but as something to help you understand your body more gently. Vitamin D, although it is called a vitamin, actually behaves more like a hormone inside the body. It interacts with other hormones, especially melatonin, which is your body's natural signal for sleep. Melatonin usually rises in the evening, telling your brain it is time to rest, slow down, and prepare for deep sleep. But when you take vitamin D3 after sunset, it can disrupt the natural production of melatonin. This delay in melatonin release may not feel dramatic at first, but over time, your sleep becomes lighter, more broken, and easier to disturb. You may fall asleep only to wake up 2 hours later, feeling restless or needing to pass urine even when your bladder is not full. And once your deep sleep is broken, it becomes harder to return to rest no matter how tired your body feels. I remember meeting Mr. Shankar, a 70-year-old retired banker from Mumbai who was puzzled about his frequent night awakenings. He said, "I sleep at 10 p.m., but I wake up again at midnight and then once more before 4 a.m., always with a strong urge to use the bathroom." When I asked about his supplements, he mentioned proudly, "I take my calcium and vitamin D3 right after dinner at 9 p.m. And there it was. The timing, not the tablet, was silently affecting his sleep without him realizing it. You see, vitamin D also plays a role in kidney function and fluid regulation. When taken late, it may slightly increase kidney activity at a time when your body is meant to slow down. That means your bladder fills faster even when you're lying still, and your brain gets unnecessary signals to wake up and relieve yourself. It is not the age. It is not always a weak bladder. Sometimes it is just the wrong timing of a well-meaning supplement. The good news is this can be easily corrected. Vitamin D3 is best taken in the morning or early afternoon when your body's natural hormone rhythm supports absorption and activity. And because it is a fat-soluble vitamin, you should always take it with a meal that includes some healthy fat, like a spoon of ghee on your roti or a handful of ground nuts. This improves the absorption and reduces the risk of it sitting unused in your digestive system. Mr. Shankar made just this one small change. He started taking his vitamin D3 after his breakfast paratha instead of after dinner. Within 10 days, he was sleeping longer stretches at night, and within 3 weeks, he reported waking only once, sometimes not at all. He smiled and said, "I thought my sleep was gone forever, but it turns out my body just needed a little help, not a sleeping pill." For many Indian elders, sleep is already a fragile thing, light interrupted and easily broken by stress, noise, or digestion issues. That is why even a small change, like when you take your vitamin D3, can make a big difference in how you sleep and how rested you feel the next day. So if your nights have been restless, if you find yourself waking again and again, take a moment to check your routine. Are you unknowingly disrupting your body's rhythm by taking something helpful at the wrong time? Because true wellness at this stage in life comes not from taking more, but from doing things at the right time with care and understanding. And sometimes a peaceful night begins not with a new medicine, but with a gentle shift in habit, one that honors the wisdom of your body. Part 4. How high doses of magnesium can disturb your sleep and trigger nighttime urination. In many Indian homes, magnesium has quietly become a part of the evening routine, taken as a simple remedy for cramps, stiffness, or tired muscles. It is often recommended by doctors and friends alike, especially for seniors struggling with joint discomfort, anxiety, or irregular sleep. You might hear someone say, "Take a magnesium tablet before bed. It will help you relax and sleep better." And yes, magnesium is indeed a mineral that plays an important role in muscle relaxation and nerve function. But here is something most people do not realize when taken in high doses, especially in the evening. Magnesium can make your bladder overactive. You see, magnesium relaxes not just your legs or your back, it relaxes smooth muscles all over your body, including the ones in your bladder. And that includes the bladder wall and the urinary sphincter, the little muscle that controls when you release urine. So when those muscles become too relaxed, they may send signals to the brain more quickly, even if the bladder is only half full. I met Mr. Ramesh, a retired railway officer from Hyderabad, who had started taking magnesium citrate to relieve nighttime leg cramps. He was happy that his calf pain had reduced, but within a week he began waking up 3 or 4 times every night to use the bathroom. His sleep was broken, his mornings were groggy, and he began skipping his morning walk, saying, "I feel more tired now than before." When we looked into his routine, we realized he was taking 400 milligrams of magnesium around 8:30 p.m. every night. Now, that amount for a younger body may not cause much trouble. But after the age of 60, your nervous system becomes more sensitive and your bladder muscles more reactive. What is meant to help you sleep peacefully can end up waking you more often simply because the bladder gets too relaxed to hold urine for long. Another lesser-known effect of magnesium, especially in the forms like magnesium citrate or oxide, is that they act as mild laxatives. They draw water into your intestines and stimulate bowel movement, which can be helpful for occasional constipation. But if you take them too late in the day, the digestive system remains active at night, pushing the kidneys and bladder to work harder as well. The result is an uncomfortable pattern of waking up feeling pressure and rushing to the toilet even when your body craves rest. So, what can you do if you still need magnesium for cramps or bone health? First, check the form and dosage. A daily intake of 200 to 300 milligrams is usually enough for most Indian elders. Second, and most importantly, take your magnesium in the morning or early afternoon, ideally with your lunch. This gives your body time to absorb the mineral usage throughout the day and allow your bladder to rest peacefully by night. When Mr. Ramesh made this small shift, taking his magnesium tablet right after his lunch, he noticed a clear difference in just 7 days. His sleep became more settled, and he said with a grin, "Now I get up only once sometimes, not even that. My wife says I snore less too. The same supplement, same body, but different timing, and the results changed completely." For our generation, sleep is not just about rest, it is about recovery. It is the only time your body heals, repairs, and resets for the next day. When that process is interrupted, even by well-meaning habits, it affects your energy, memory, and mood the next morning. So if you are using magnesium, do not be afraid of it. Just be mindful of when and how much you take. Because your body is wise, it does not need more. It needs better timing, gentler support, and a little extra care. And sometimes a single tablet taken 2 hours earlier can give you not just better sleep, but also a better tomorrow. Part 5. How some multivitamins may quietly trigger nighttime urination without you realizing it. In today's world, taking a multivitamin has become a part of daily life for many elders in India. It feels simple, convenient, and reassuring. One small tablet that promises strength, immunity, and protection in your golden years. You see it advertised on TV, recommended by neighbors, and even gifted by children who want you to stay strong and active. But behind that shiny label, there may be ingredients that your body does not need, and worse, ingredients that quietly disturb your sleep. You may not notice it right away. The bottle says energy, stamina, or complete wellness, and nowhere does it mention the word diuretic. But some multivitamins, especially imported or high-performance versions, include ingredients like green tea extract, ginseng, or caffeine. These compounds are known to gently stimulate your kidneys, encouraging them to filter more water and push it toward the bladder. For a younger person, this effect may feel energizing, even helpful. But for a senior citizen whose sleep is already light and whose bladder is more sensitive, this can become a hidden problem. You may find yourself waking up 2 or 3 times during the night, always with the need to pass urine even if you drank very little water after dinner. And you might not connect the dots, because who would suspect that a multivitamin could be the reason? Let me tell you about Mrs. Leela, a 68-year-old grandmother from Pune who began taking a premium multivitamin gifted by her son from Dubai. She hoped it would improve her immunity during the monsoon and help with her tiredness in the evenings. But within 10 days, her sleep started breaking. Every night she would wake up at 1 a.m., then again at 3, feeling the urge to use the bathroom. She assumed it was just part of aging, or maybe a mild infection, until we reviewed the supplement label together. The tablet included ginseng root extract and a green tea complex, both of which can increase urinary output by gently stimulating the kidneys. They were not harmful in themselves, but they were unnecessary for her, and they were being taken after dinner, which made things worse. Once she stopped taking that multivitamin and switched to simpler single nutrient tablets in the morning, her sleep returned within a week. She smiled and said, "Sometimes less is more. I don't need fancy ingredients, just peaceful sleep and a quiet bladder." So how can you protect yourself and make wiser choices? First, always read the full ingredient list on the label, even if it's in small print. If you see words like energy blend, herbal complex, or metabolism support, look for caffeine, green tea, yerba mate, or ginseng in the fine details. Second, avoid taking multivitamins in the evening. Morning is the best time, preferably after breakfast, when your body is ready to absorb nutrients. And third, if you only need specific nutrients like vitamin D, B12, or calcium, it is often better to take them individually. This way, you control the dose, avoid unnecessary additives, and reduce the risk of unwanted effects like nighttime urination. Your body after 60 is not a machine that needs boosting, it is a gentle system that needs balanced timing and thoughtful support. We often think more is better, but in health, that is not always true. Sometimes it is not the food you eat or the tea you drink that causes sleep disturbance, but the tablet you trust without question. And once you understand that, you begin to make choices not out of fear, but out of awareness and calm. So if you or your loved one is waking up too often at night and you are taking a multivitamin daily, take a moment to pause and reflect. Is it helping you sleep better? Or is it quietly keeping you from the rest your body deserves? With one small change, you can experience deeper sleep, clearer mornings, and a more peaceful rhythm to your day and night. Because true wellness at this age is not about adding more. It is about listening to your body, removing what disturbs it, and allowing health to come naturally, one gentle decision at a time. So today, we have gently walked through 5 types of vitamins that may seem helpful, but if taken the wrong way, can disturb your sleep. We are not saying to stop taking them completely, but to understand how your body changes after 60 and how timing makes all the difference. Because the truth is, your body at this stage of life does not need more, it simply needs the right things taken in the right way. Whether it is vitamin C, B complex, D3, magnesium, or a multivitamin, the goal is not fear, but awareness. Once you begin to notice how your sleep reacts to small changes, you start to feel more in control, more in tune with your own rhythm. And that is a powerful feeling, especially in a world that often rushes past the quiet needs of older people. If anything in this video touched your heart or helped you understand something new, I would love to hear from you. Please leave a comment and tell me where you are watching from, or simply write the word hope if that is what you're feeling today. Your words matter deeply to me, and they may help someone else reading them to feel less alone in their journey. And if you found this content helpful, please consider subscribing to this channel. You will receive more such gentle, practical guidance, always spoken with care, always made for people like you. And lastly, if you know a friend, a neighbor, or your own life partner who is waking up at night and struggling to understand why, please share this video with them. Because sometimes the right information at the right time can be the beginning of peaceful sleep for someone who truly deserves it.